But was a minute's silence sufficient, or should today's football programme have been scrapped? Well, let's see how the poll stands currently. And there it is. Yes, 76% saying that the matches should have gone ahead, 66%, and 34% have said no. You can still make your views known by telephone or by email. If yes is the answer, 0900 1800 311. And if you think no, 0900 1800 322. The calls cost 10 pence, and you can email us through that address, bbc.co.uk/sportscotland. The catchphrase "new firm" is old hat these days. You have to go back a long way to remember the times when Aberdeen and Dundee United eclipsed Rangers and Celtic. In fact, the North East pair would currently settle for SPL stability, both having flirted with relegation in the last couple of seasons. They went head-to-head at Pittodrie this afternoon. 13,000 there, plus John Barnes.
Aberdeen boss Eb Skodal sticks by the same starting 11 which was successful against Kilmarnock last week. That means Darren Young and Roberto Visconti will play the central roles in midfield. Eugene Daddy makes his second start for the Dons and signing from Toulouse, and he'll partner Robbie Winters in attack. Injury has forced Alex Smith to alter his lineup. Dropping out as he makes 4 changes are David Hanna, Jamie Buchan, Hasni Al-Joffrey and Derek Lillies on the bench. Danny Griffin therefore moves into midfield. Young David McCracken comes in alongside Jim Laughlin in central defence. David Partridge is recalled along with Jim McIntyre, and Stephen Thompson joins Jim Hamilton up front. Ben Thornley's made an immediate impact since joining up at Pittodrie. The former Manchester United winger scored Aberdeen's first goal of the season, and a double last week against Kilmarnock has taken his tally to 3 so far. One man looking to upset his former club is Jim Hamilton. Since scoring a last-minute equaliser in the Dundee derby in the opening day of the season, he's reclaimed a regular spot in United's attack. The referee is Kevin Toner. Now, this used to be called the New Firm Derby, but a recent decline in fortunes for both clubs has maybe seen this fixture lose that tag. But no doubt, very soon, if they pick up their form, it may return. Eb Skodal will be happy with the recent run of results for his side, unbeaten in the last 3 matches. Body check from Jim Laughlin there, giving away the free kick. Here's Winters, and the woodwork denying Robbie Winters, and an early scare for Paul Gallagher. A good spot there by Young, finding Winters, and almost an early opening for the Dons. Good control by Daddy. It's McAllister up towards Visconti, beaten there by Laughlin. Daddy picks up. Here's Derek Young driving it in. A couple of deflections off the Dundee United players. Danny's there again. So too is Danny Griffin. McIntyre. And into the tackle was Darren Young. Free kick given. Laughlin. Craig Easton. There's Thompson, good turn. Well, only needed a yard there to take possession. As Craig Easton got it through to him. One touch and a swivel and a shot. Of slack passes just at the moment. No one able to string 2 or 3 together. Let's see what Aberdeen can do this time. Daddy with a layoff. Darren Young. There's Winters looking for Daddy. lazy cut back from Dundee. And good footwork from Jim Laughlin. Clears the danger. McIntyre firing it through. Jim Hamilton has a chance! And it's off the woodwork. Easton. And a corner. Won by United. The angle ball from McIntyre. Jim Hamilton on his right foot there. Beat the goalkeeper, but he couldn't beat the upright. Charlie Miller. And a little trip there by Darren Young. That's a header. And Stephen Thompson with the effort. Straight at the goalkeeper. Chance for Aberdeen to come forward. Winters. Curling it in. Visconti's there, knocks it down, gets a second chance. Well, it just didn't fall for the Belgian midfielder. Winters did well to pick out Visconti. He tried to knock it down for Daddy, but then he was stretching to fire in the shot. Aberdeen get the corner. Thornley swinging it in, it comes off the woodwork. Thornley again. Good cross in, header out by Hamilton. And again, Jim Hamilton makes a clearance. United appealing for offside, but I think Hamilton had played them on. There's Darren Young. And wide of the target, but it's certainly livened up for Aberdeen in the last few minutes. Ben Thornley curling that one in. And United happy to see it come back off the upright. And that will certainly have given Ebskodal a lift. Derek Young hugging the touchline as ever is Ben Thornley. McAllister in the overlap, swings it in. And Gallagher shows a clean pair of hands. The last action of the first half. Robbie Winters having the best early opportunity for Aberdeen with his header coming back off the crossbar, and at the other end it was Jim Hamilton who also hit woodwork, this time the post. This was Winters' effort, which had Gallagher leaping, but fortunately for the United keeper it came off the crossbar. And then Jim Hamilton's chance off that left-hand post of David Priest, and that's why at half-time it's Aberdeen 0, Dundee United 0. Ebskodal deciding to make a change at the interval, try and liven things up. Hisham Zero Ali takes over, and young Derek Young stays inside. Second half getting underway. Let's hope that both managers have had a word or two with their players. Maybe they have, particularly Alex Smith with the early pressure. Poor corner from Charlie Miller, but gets a second bite at the cherry. It's a better cross. There's McCracken, and the header! And United are in front. Jim McIntyre, within 40 seconds of the restart. David Priest is beaten. And Charlie Miller swung in the deep cross. McCracken was there to help it back. And McIntyre was there to finish. Good work from United. And, well, they were queuing up, weren't they? Loughlin was there too, but it was McIntyre who put it away. Jim McIntyre getting his second goal in United colours. Doing well. Zerwali looking for Winters. It breaks for Robbie Winters, and he sliced that one wide. It looked all set up for the Aberdeen equaliser. He pulled it down well, but his shot was wayward. That should have been Aberdeen back in level terms. Miller to Easton. McCunney swinging in the cross. There's a chance! And that wasn't far away from Stephen Thompson. It came off his knee more than anything. Easton laying it up for McCunney to swing that one in. And Thompson would have hoped to have finished that one, but it's better viewing for Alex Smith. Now that his side are 1-0 up. Winters. Taken away by Griffin. Zerwali flicks it on. Now Daddy's in. Can he finish? Down he goes. That will be a penalty. He was caught by McCunney. And it's a red card for Jamie McCunney, seen as the last man, taking the legs from Daddy, and United are down to 10 men. Now there was the contact, and I tell you what, McCunney is not going to take the easy way off, because he's walking right down about a yard inside the shy line, and until he gets off the field of play, the game won't restart with a penalty kick, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets into a little bit of bother for taking so long to get off the field of play, Jamie McCunney. Now Robbie Winters with the opportunity to pull Aberdeen level, and he does. He made sure with that one. Robbie Winters, his second goal of the season. That pleases the Aberdeen fans. And Paul Gallagher guessed the right way, but there was plenty of power on it, and that's what beat the goalkeeper. 4 goals last season against Dundee United for Robbie Winters, and he's opened his account against them for this term. And now Loughlin and Daddy, and well, was that an intended headbutt by Jim Loughlin? I'll tell you what, he certainly is in trouble. A rush of blood to the head as far as Jim Loughlin's concerned. We've already seen one United player red carded. What will happen here? It's another red card. And United are now down to 9 men. He may shake his head, but the intent was certainly there. And that was the contact that meant Jim Laughlin walked. Hamilton winning the free kick. Griffin curls it, takes a deflection, good save, and Hamilton's header cleared away by Derek White. Jim Hamilton couldn't get enough power in the header. Well, Griffin's effort took a deflection off Visconti. It was a fine stop by Priest, and Derek White with a clearance. He's looking for more from his team as Eb Skodal. Zirawali, Thornley, cleared away by Partridge. Zirawali, neat turn from Zirawali. He just couldn't find the target. Ben Thornley spotted Zirawali, and it was a neat turn away from the Kraken. But it was only about a foot wide. Better though from Aberdeen. It just swerved away at the last moment. White and McAllister. There's Daddy. The lay off to Visconti. And the trip there by McCracken. There was the infringement. Up through to Zirawali. And a great goal from Zirawali. It took a slight deflection, but it was a well-worked free kick. And no wonder the Aberdeen fans are pleased with that. Hisham Zirawali. It was played wide to him, and it took the nearest of deflections of Stephen Wright and away from Paul Gallagher. Robbie Winters. Still Robbie Winters. And a fine save from Paul Gallagher, showing why he's been included in the Scotland squad. Paul Gallagher with that save from Robbie Winters. Easton to McIntyre. Now Lilly stumbles and allows Visconti to pick up. Now Zirawali. Still Zirawali. Wasn't far away with that one. Growing in confidence, the little Moroccan, as this game goes on. Turning inside Partridge. And fine strike though, just wide. Now Lilly has to hold it up, support arrives. Lay off for Craig Easton. He hesitated and allowed Zirawali to get back. And one last attack for Aberdeen, through for Darren Mackey. Thornley screaming for it, and it's knocked back towards him, and Stephen Wright knocked it away. Good backtracking by Wright. Zirawali picked out the run of Mackey. Looked as though he was in two minds as to what to do. He tried to find Thornley, and Wright was quickly in to make the interception. Maguire is knocking it anywhere. Full-time whistle sounds. It's victory for Aberdeen in a dramatic second 45 minutes, which started with Jim McIntyre giving Dundee United the lead within 40 seconds of the interval. Robbie Winters equalised from the penalty spots after Jamie McCunney had pulled down Eugene Daddy, and McCunney suffering the red card for his trouble. A few minutes after Winters had converted the spot kick, Jim Laughlin saw red for an altercation with Eugene Daddy. With United reduced to 9 men, Hisham Zero Ali got the winner for Aberdeen to make the final scoreline. Aberdeen 2, Dundee United 1.
A third successive home win for Aberdeen, but not good news for Dundee United, and certainly not good news for our studio guest, Jim Laughlin. You've had another chance to have a look at that sending off. What did you reckon?
Yeah, I hold my hands up. It's just been a bit rash, and I've put the boys under more pressure, obviously, with the sending off of Jamie McCunney, and right after that they score, and then I get sent off myself. So bitterly disappointed because I've let my teammates down.
Will you be fined for that?
Yeah, I will be. I would imagine I'll be fined a week's wages, or maybe even 2.
And it could be costly in other ways as well, because I understand that when you come back after your automatic suspension, you might be booking away for maybe another 4 games.
Yeah, that's right. So it's disappointing, and being a centre back, it's likely that I'm going to get another booking when I come back because of the position I play. I've always got to make tackles, so that's looking likely. So it's bitterly disappointing from my point of view. Let's
have a look at the spell which effectively turned the game. 2 red cards in quick time for Dundee United. Firstly, Jamie McCunney. What sort of view did you get of this one? Well,
I thought we were caught a bit square with the ball coming through, and he sort of lunged in. He hadn't been booked before, but it's a goal scoring opportunity, and the law is you need to go. So I think the referee's made the right decision. 2 young boys there just get caught a bit square, and the boys will learn for that, and it's a good finish for Robbie, putting it high into the net, you know.
Yeah, I think he needed that, didn't he? But what about this? What happened here? What was going through your mind?
It's just a rush of blood, Rob, more than anything. And I mean, there's not a great deal in it, to be honest, but the referee says to me, I've made the kind of nudge forward, and that's enough to send me off, you know.
What did you reckon, Gordon? You were at the game.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have constituted a headbutt in most towns in Scotland, that was what he did, but I think he has to realise it is rash to do something like that. I mean, you're never going to get away with that if you put your head into somebody's face and something like that. So, but I thought that did turn the game, because I think that Dundee United were coping even with 10 men against Aberdeen. I thought they were coping pretty well, but once it went to 9, it was an uphill battle for them all the way, and it wasn't the best of games, I have to say. And that little spell, at least it provided some excitement.
Yeah, that's true. Jim, do you feel safe sitting next to him?
I feel safe, all right, because he's not very good at headbutting, obviously, if that's the best he can do there. But I can't believe Dundee United, when they've got Jim McLean there, are going to fine someone for that. I wonder if Jim McLean got fined.
Interesting question.
Ask about that. Ask if Jim got fined.
That's unfair.
Well, we'll ask. Jim, did you get fined?
What about Hisham Zerouali's goal? I think on closer inspection there was a fair deflection of Stephen Wright involved here.
I think there was a deflection, Rob. You can see it there. He just cuts inside, and Stephen lunges and gets a touch, and it takes it away from the goalkeeper, but it actually helps the bend of the ball. But he'd threatened a couple of times before that, because he strikes the ball really well, Zerouali, if you see him. Stephen Wright's just off a wee bit here, and he cuts inside. And as we were, as you can see in the game, he can hit with either foot. I think Stephen Wright's just a wee bit unfortunate, but it was a good finish.
Will Hisham Zerouali, continue to be a source of frustration for Aberdeen because he's got so much talent but doesn't deliver often enough, or do you think he might actually crack it?
It could be. I mean, he has to. That's delivering what he did when he came on today. Delivered. He did 2 or 3 other shots at goal as well. Some decent shots, just missed. Almost missed the post with one, and one with his left foot as well. So he can go on both sides. Stephen Wright was a bit unfortunate there, because really what you'd ideally want to do there is force him down the wide area and make him have to shoot a cross goal. As soon as he cut inside, he's got that kind of power. We've seen him do that before. He scored a fantastic goal last season, I think it was, before the spell before his injury, when he lashed in one. A great shot. So Zerouali's capable of doing that, and Aberdeen need to get more out of him. Need to make him look as if he's happy to be there and he's interested, because at times he doesn't look that way.
Ebby Skodal was happy with the result, but not totally happy with the performance.
We tried to play the game with too much kicking and battling for second balls, and that's not the style I want to play. Of course, those situations will appear in any football game, that you have to pass the ball long and you don't win it, then you have to win the second ball. But it will never be a style of play in in the club I'm in charge of.
So not totally happy there. And Alex Smith, I imagine, not totally happy either with the way things are going in the last few games, Jim, because you got a few points in the bag early on and it's gone downhill from then.
Yeah, we've 2 disappointing results before today's game. But I think he can be happy with the performance of the boys yesterday, especially when down to 9 men. The boys worked tremendously hard, and he was certainly happy with the work ethic within the team. When we went down to 9 men, we stayed organised, and he was happy with the boys that obviously stayed on the part and their work ethic.
Well, Celtic certainly happy with the way things